Welcome back to the channel. We are back at the E46 M3 S54 drift car. So yeah, as you've seen from the last episode, if you didn't see it, go back and look at it. It was crazy. A massive rush to get this in, but we've got it running. We had a little issue in the last episode with the accelerator. We weren't getting throttle, but it was only a matter of resetting the ECU, so that's all good. So now in this episode, I'm going to be tidying up the wiring. I'm going to be fixing the throttle back down inside in the car, and yeah, I think I should show you the mess of the shed. Hold there for a minute. You may, if you are following the channel a long time, you may have heard me ranting and raving about merchandise. The merchandise has arrived. It is extremely limited. I have very limited. So I think I have small, medium, large and extra large. Very limited in hoodies and extremely limited in t-shirts. I've just done a very small run of t-shirts. I've done a little more in the hoodies, but I have a few of them sold already. So if you do want an Niall Goes Drifting hoodie, please do comment below or go and follow me, Niall Goes Drifting on Instagram. Send me a DM and let me get you one of them hoodies. They look unreal. Let me show you. They are class. I really love them. Limited stock. So if you've been watching this channel and you've been watching it for a long time now, please do send me a DM and please support the channel. I work really hard here to bring the content to you guys, so every little helps if you can support us. The hoodies are €40 and we can ship them anywhere for that price, and the t-shirts are €20. So t-shirts are the same design as the hoodie, but as I says, 40 for the hoodie and 20 for the t-shirts, and we can ship them wherever you want, guys. So do get into my DMs fairly quick before they're all gone. As I says, when they're gone, they're gone. DM me. A lot of you guys that are watching that's into the drifting and building cars and stuff like that, you have to be able to relate to that. When things are just hectic, you use one tool, you throw it on the ground, you look for the next one, then you go back looking for the last one and you can't find the last one, and the last one has disappeared and it's gone. But yeah, sure, look, it's all part of the crack. So as it says, we're going to work on tidying up the wiring, fix the throttle. Actually, I see my fire suppression up there sitting on the roof. That needs to go back into the engine bay. It is all done in the car, into each footwell, and it's done over the fuel tank as well in the rear. And then I have two jets then on the engine bay, one on the hot side and one on the cold side. So in terms of that, that's okay. Yeah, get this couple of bits tidied up, and later on this episode we'll be getting this car back out into daylight again, onto the trailer and up to Dooley Fabrication. I got a little bit of bad news yesterday. So Gary Short is doing the kit. He can't make a bonnet in time, so I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place now. This bonnet has a bit of damage in it, as you can see here. So I'm going to have to try and fix that or try and find another fiberglass bonnet. Really don't want to put this bonnet back on because it's a steel bonnet and it's a ton weight. But he has told me that he can get me the wings and the quarters and the boot lid and bumpers. So there's a good part of it there. So hopefully get that. We need that ASAP. And we need to get paint down on it. And yeah, right, waffling on here. Let's get to work. Get this car back down all four wheels. Fix up a bit of wire and tidy up the wire and tidy up the throttle cable, get the car back down the wheels, get onto the trailer, get Dooley Fabrication. So I'll give you a little tour of Dooley Fabrication later on as well. Dooley Fabrication is coming on this year as a main sponsor and has been a sponsor of mine for a very long time now, and it's great that they've believed in me so long and are sticking with me. So when we're going to do fabrication, we'll give you a small little bit of a tour of some of the work they do over there. And yeah, got to work. So I just got the pedal mounted back in there and give my little floor pan a little bit of a spray up and a clean up. Tidied up all the wiring, all is back good. And yeah, just went looking for some screws, and he doesn't really want me to get the screws, does he? There and tidied up as best as I could. I really do need a professional to do the wiring in behind that dash, because it is a mess. So if you are good at wiring, motorsport wiring, please do give me a DM, because I need your services. I've got the fire suppression system back in. I'm just working on putting just clips just to keep it all in place. That's all done. Power steering fluid I've put in there, and just in terms of me boots, put some cable ties on them and cable tied up the power steering line. There is a line that I'm kind of worried about. I'm going to put something there that is rubbing very close to that, so I want to just put maybe another pipe sleeve that just in that area, just to protect it. Yeah, so wire my emergency fan and headlights and lights and stuff. I'll wait on doing that until I get the kit and get all mounted up. But overall, it's very, very close. It's time to put some wheels on. No, it's not time to put some wheels on. I need to bleed the brakes. So I'm here all on my own in the shed, so I'll wait till Connor finishes work or Abby comes home from school or something like that, and then we'll have to bleed the brakes first. I'll bleed the clutch as well, just in case, but it should be all right. That system wasn't opened, that end of the clutch wasn't open, but because the reservoir, the brake fluid all ran low, and that servo services both brakes and clutch, some air might have got in there, so as well just to bleed everything and have it right. So I'll just run around, tidy up any other little extras that I need to do in the car, and then wait for either Connor or Abby to come and we can bleed up the brakes, and then we can get the wheels on it and get it back rolling again. Finally, clean shed. So Ken's coming out to me now, and he's going to help me bleed the brakes, but we have a clean shed again. A few small little bits, 2 headlights, the exhaust, I'm not going to worry about that. Dual fabrication will sort every bit of that. Oh, what a feeling. Just looks unbelievable. Fully repainted again, new bearings, new bolts, new track rods, tie rods, 12 kbc springs in the front. Huge work gone into the front of this, but it does look unbelievable. So we'll get Keelan out here, we'll get him bleeding the brakes, then we'll get the wheels back on it, and she will be moving on her own for the first time in, not bad going, I think 5 weeks. So this has been a really quick turnaround. Not exactly everything I wanted to do with it, but I was talking to Pavilius, TH Components. Pavilius is making me a skin for the bonnet, thank God, because I did not want to put that bonnet back on. So Pavilius is going to pull all the stops out, and he's going to make the bonnet. It's just going to be a skin, but it will be 100% for us. Just put a lid on this, and then Gary will be making the wings, the bumper, quarters, boot lid and rear bumper. So pressure. But we're hoping to get this dual fabrication, working on this, and then we will, while we're doing that, we'll be working on getting the fiberglass panels and getting painting them and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all go. Oh, just when I thought it was going all so great, Keelan was just here, we bled the brakes, and we were ready to go back on all 4 wheels. You remember on the previous episode I put like a standard release bearing in? I don't think it's going to work. We're grinding into 3rd gear on high revs and low revs with no problem, but what we're finding is when the foot is fully on the clutch, the wheels are still spinning. So what we're thinking is the standard release bearing is not enough to put the pressure on the pressure plate to break the clutch, stop the wheels from spinning. So that means we've got to take the gearbox back out again. The service kit still hasn't arrived yet. I don't know when it's going to arrive. I thought I'd get away with it, but this old release bearing was in there. It's, yeah, rattly, and yeah, we're just going to put it back in and hope it works. And the grinding third, I did find the grinding third once or twice in the car. I thought it was down to me clutching or not clutching it right. So I'm hoping that it's not the gearbox as well. Really hoping it's not the gearbox as well. So we're going to have to pull the box. We're going to go back to the way we had it and hope that that does the job. This bearing is probably with the extreme racing clutch, so it is a more solid bearing. And I think the 36 one, is just too light, because it probably was set out to be just a single plate clutch and pressure plate, which would have been loads. But for this here, I think yeah, it's just not going to be strong enough to compress the pressure plate. So better get to work and start ripping this gearbox back out again. Okay, we got it sorted. Yeah, standard release bearing with twin plate extreme doesn't work. Thought it would work, but it didn't. Lights off in the shed now. We've put back in the original bearing. It is a little bit noisy, but the original housing and bearing, the release bearing, it's all steel. So the OEM one is like plastic and stuff, and I think when we were pressing the clutch, like, it just wasn't enough. I think the plastic was given before it was actually disengaging the clutch. Thankfully, with the help of Connor and Keelan, 40 minutes in and out, and it's working. So that's a good job. We still have a couple of bolts put back into it. Yeah, the plans of getting it to Dooley Fabrication this evening didn't go to plan, so we have another couple of bolts and bits and pieces to put back in underneath and bolt check everything, because we just threw it together just to see if it would work. But yes, it's working, thank God. Yeah, I need to go home, get some dinner, work a night shift, do it all again tomorrow. It's the next day. I'm extremely tired. Just worked the night shift, back up again. I've got the trailer on, and that can only mean one thing. I'm heading back to the shed to put the final bolts back in on the prop and a few bits that we didn't put in yesterday evening, just when we were making sure that the release bearing was working. Whew, thankfully everything's working. Go home, back in the last few bolts, and get this car in the trailer and get it to Dooley Fabrication, so Dooley Fabrication can finish off final bit of work on the exhaust and refit the bash bar and a few little bits and pieces. So yes, Irish Drift Championship is coming up very fast, and it's coming up too fast for my liking, but we're trying hard, we're going hard, lads, and hopefully we will be there. Okay, we're back in the shed. We just have a couple of little bolts put in under the car, and any watching this having any trouble with couriers lately? Is it really still that busy for couriers? Yeah, so my torque angle, I ordered this last Wednesday, and I paid €15 next day delivery. 1 week later, it arrives. I won't mention the company because they're usually pretty good at getting stuff out, but I don't think they're really to blame. But yeah, I have one now for the next time that I'm doing the bolts and engine, which hopefully there is no one next time, but I have that now. So yeah, get these couple of bolts in, put this somewhere safe in the toolbox. No, there's nothing safe in the toolbox, but sit there. Right, that's in the toolbox for the next time. Get these couple of bolts in, get the wheels back on, clutch is working again. We're going to do the fabrication this evening, so I better get to work. is one very exciting feeling. Car's back on wheels, she's down on all four. Oh, she's running, clutch is working. Whew, thank God. We're this far, so get warmed up a bit. Actually, I do need to, I have put my wheels on and they're on the wrong rotation. I know that, but it's just to throw them on now so we can get the car to do the fabrication. And yeah, wheels are on. Definitely need to do something with alignment, because there's one wheel looking at me, another wheel looking for me, you know, that sort of way, like. So I think Connor's coming out at 4 o'clock, so get Connor out, we'll put the toe plates on it and we'll just bring it out straight, just by 2 measuring tapes, we'll bring it out straight as possible. But yeah, that definitely does need to be sorted. But good progress, very, very good progress. Just by eye, just line them up a little bit and it doesn't look too bad. Straight as a roundabout. Alright, we're good to go. We're good to go through the fabrication. So, get this engine crown moved and do a little bit of twist through outside the Jeep and trailer and get all ready to load up. Trouble with the clutch. Boiled down to something very, very simple. So we put it back down all 4 and we still couldn't get gears. And let me show you how simple it was to get gears and get gears easily. Oh, it is extremely loud in here, but you see that little bolt in there behind the clutch pedal? All we need to do is adjust that in, just that little bit. So we've gone back in with the original clutch. We've gone back in with the original clutch because the service kit isn't here yet, and I think just the wear and tear on the clutch and the release bearing is not great either. So by just adjusting that bolt in, I can get gears absolutely no problem. Was that all along? I don't know, but we'll definitely know for again anyway. Up now, strapped on, and we are ready to go to dually fabrication. Definitely going to get some looks on the road with this thing, but what can we do? Time's running out, so let's get on the road. Cars arrived safely at Dually Fabrication, so Dually Fabrication are going to work their magic on the exhaust work, and they've been working on the bash bar that got absolutely demolished in Tullyrowan, so they're going to fix that up. Hopefully in the next couple of days we'll have the car back again, so when all the work is done here at Dually Fabrication we'll do a full look through it and see the work that Dually Fabrication have done with the car. Just back from Dually Fabrication, we have one more little job to do. So Abby has bringing her car into her school tomorrow, so they're finishing up school and stuff, and she's been invited to bring her car into her school just to show all the girls in the school what she does for her hobby. So Abby's just going loading up now. We do need to get back to getting Abby out. No, where's your little sling for your hydro? You need to practice that now a little bit.
Since it's wider, a lot wider.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very wide. So I was just saying there, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm bringing my car to school.
Not driving it though?
No, I'm not driving it.
Oh, what, just show your hobbies or something?
Yeah, just the school think it's good what I'm doing and they want to see the car. And...
Just, you might see what the sponsor you.
oh yeah.
Right, so yeah, I was just saying, Shannon, we need to get back out, so once we get this M3 sorted, we're back in action with this then.
Yeah. Where's our next venture?
I don't know yet. I may be driving it at the bash.
No, you won't.
You're not going to make the bash though, because you have a wedding.
I have a wedding, yeah.
Yeah, well, sure, look, we'll definitely get something in, so.
Yeah.
Right, let's get this strapped up and get ready for school in the morning. That's it for this episode. We've got Abby's car loaded up for her little school thing tomorrow. Yeah, that was a pretty hectic one. But car's in good hands now with Dual Fabrication. We leave them to do their magic on the car. See the 320D in the background. We need to get that ready for the bash. We want to have a bit of crack with the bash at the Drift Games bash in July. So yeah, we have a bit of work to do on that thing, make it look a little bit prettier. May have robbed another couple of bits off it for the M3, but we'll definitely do that for the bash. Pretty hectic. So hope you enjoyed that episode. We're one step closer to the Irish Drift Championship, which is on the 10th and 11th of June in Watergrass Hill. So I really hope you do come down. The Pro 2, which I'm driving in, will be on the Saturday, and yeah, every bit of support is absolutely brilliant. So if you can, get down to Watergrass Hill. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one, and hopefully the car is complete, or working on getting it complete.